What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Take Action Low, and welcome to another Take Action with Low show. And I'm so excited. I have an extremely special guest that is with me today, Miss Ashely Black. But before I jump right on in and we just start talking, and I've got several questions for her, and we're going to talk to her. I want to share a little bit about Ashely. She is a college dropout that decided to pursue her dreams of becoming a full-time real estate investor. She's been investing full-time for 2.5 years and have wholesaled and flipped over 200 houses. That's a lot in a short period. So that is awesome. During her tenure, she's passionate about helping people, and real estate happens to be the field that allows her to assist others in tough situations. And sis, all I'm gonna say is that we are in tough situations right now.
Oh, definitely.
So, welcome to the show. How are you doing? How are you and your family doing?
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, Lolita, on the show. I really do appreciate that. My family is great. My daughter is good. She's at home. She's out of school right now. So, I've been dealing with homeschooling, which is not that hard because she's 13 years old. Okay. So she's pretty self-sufficient and independent. But I still assist her, and she's doing great. How about you?
That's wonderful. We're doing good. Thank you so much for asking. I'm home here. I live in Northwest Fort Worth, and my mother-in-law lives with us.
Okay, great.
My mother is back in East Texas. She's doing good. My grandfather's there. He's good. And my uncle, I have an uncle out in San Jose.
Okay.
So everybody is staying home and staying safe.
I know that's right. We have to stay home and have to stay safe.
That's right. So everybody stay home, please, so we can get through this.
Yes, we will get through this.
We will get through this. Absolutely. And we were chatting a little bit, before, we started recording. And I remember we met for the first time. It was about 4 or 5 years ago at Top Golf.
Yeah, it was about 4 years ago at Top Golf, and I was in Pampers.
I remember. I remember we had, had some conversations, and you were just so excited about the business, and you were, like you said, you were in Pampers, and I've watched and followed you on social media, and you have just been doing some incredible things. And I just want to applaud you for taking massive action, because that's really what it's all about.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you definitely have to take massive action. And when I met you at Top Golf, I always knew that in order to be successful, you have to be around successful people. So, that was one of the key things that, helped me, just seeing that it's possible and seeing different investors, networking and doing deals and doing business and having fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. You got it. So let's dig in. So tell us a little bit about your background before real estate. Where you're from, and you talk a little bit about your family.
So I have one daughter. She's 13 years old. She's in the 7th grade. And I am a Dallas, Texas native. So born and raised in Dallas. Like Lolita said, I am a college dropout. So prior to real estate, I attended Grambling State University. And then from Grambling, I attended ITT Tech. And I pursued a network systems administration degree. So I graduated with my associates in network systems administration, and I worked as a help desk technician, and I absolutely hated it. I did not like the field that I was in. It was one of those deals where, hey, you're going to college, you're going to college, you're going to pursue some type of industry, some type of field, get a skill, and, kind of figure it out. That's how my family raised me. And I was doing IT support prior to real estate, working as a help desk technician.
Awesome. So what got you interested in real estate? I mean, what really piqued your interest to where you said, you know what, I'm gonna do this?
So while I was working as a help desk technician, I was thinking, you know what, this is just not it. This is not for me. I'm tired of spending so many hours with, such little pay, and I acquired a certain amount of loans and student loan debt, and it just was not balancing out. Did not make sense. The return on investment just didn't add up. So one of my friends mentioned, I knew I wanted to be in the real estate industry. I just did not know in what capacity. So one of my friends mentioned wholesaling. And I was like, wholesaling real estate, what's that? Give me a little bit more information. So he mentioned that one of his friends in Chicago was wholesaling houses in Chicago, but he just didn't have, more information. So from there, I kind of did a little bit of research on my own. I Googled some things. I went on YouTube. I was education from YouTube and Google. And I kind of took a little bit more action, and I started out working at a title company.
Wonderful. So you got in the title company, which really is smart. That's
Yes,
actually smart.
yes.
Um, Talk a little bit about your business model. Now, do you have a specific thing that you do, wholesaling, or do you buy and hold, seller finance? So talk a little bit about your business model.
So my business model consists of wholesaling. The bulk of the business is wholesaling, right?
Yes.
So I'm a believer before I step into another field. I want to kind of get a little bit more information and gain experience. So I flip as well. But before I flipped houses, I needed to learn how to wholesale and know what buyers were looking for and what work needs to be done on the property. So I buy and hold, wholesale, flip, and now I just added lending to the portfolio. I
Awesome.
do small loans, just about 30,000 and below from my IRA account. And those are all of the strategies that I'm currently using at the moment.
Wonderful. Very smart to get in lending,
Yes,
for
yeah.
sure. How are you changing or making adjustments to your business now with the current, market and how things are just changing seems like every day right now?
Right, 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 right. One thing I can say is the market has definitely shifted. It has, and if the market shifts, as business owners, we have to shift. So one of the things that I've done is change my target market. So previously, I would target pre-foreclosures, owner-occupied properties. Now I'm targeting more so the vacant properties. And vacant properties can be absentee owners as well. As you know, if just because a property is vacant does not mean it's only on a vacant list. It can be on an absentee owner list. They're just checking their mail. So I am targeting those type of lists now as well.
Wonderful. Yep, that's
And a
smart.
little bit more wholesaling versus flipping.
Sure. And for those that may not necessarily understand or know what hoteling is, could you just explain a little bit of what that is?
Sure, sure. So wholesaling is not actually a wholesale. You're actually closing on the property. Once you close on the property, you may do a little work, minimal work, or you may just immediately just list it, clean it out. It may be clean enough for an end buyer to actually move in without it being completely renovated with the granite countertops and a complete renovation. So you're just buying the property, closing on the property, and immediately listing the property or reselling the property.
Awesome. Yep, that's it. And let me ask you, are you focusing mostly in Dallas County, or are you kind of going out a little bit into Tarrant County or other areas?
So I'm all over DFW. So I'm in Dallas, I'm in Collin County, I'm in Denton County, I'm in Carrollton, Frisco. I am all over DFW. I'm also in Houston as well.
Awesome.
So yes, I actually was in North Carolina, but that kind of didn't work out. So right now we're just in DFW, all over DFW and all over Houston.
Wonderful. Now, can you talk a little bit about your best sources or your leads? Because that's always like the number one question, ever. Where do
Right,
you
right.
get your leads from?
So I use a lot of different vendors. I use PropStream, um, Propelio. I use Lead Sherper. I'm no Lead Sherpers for my text messages, but I use Mojo. They have leads as well. Um, I would say my best lead source though would be directly from the county. I started out with back taxes, and that was my bread and butter. When I worked at the title company, on my breaks and my lunches, I would go down to the county, get information, figure out how to get information from the county. At that time, the back taxes were on disk, and you had to manipulate the disk in order to get anything that's harder to find and get is going to be your best lead source. And
Absolutely.
if you're just starting out driving for dollars, but back taxes, anything niche is bread and butter for me. And back taxes just happen to be one of those leads that's straight from the county.
Yep.
But now I use what is it called? REI Pro.
Okay. Yep. I'm familiar with REI Pro. But no, you're
Yeah.
right. Those are all good lead sources. I'm familiar with all of them and pretty much used and have used them as well. But you're exactly right. The harder it is to get those targeted niche type of leads, that's where
Those
you're
are the
going to
best
win
ones.
right there.
Everyone is not going after
That's
those,
right.
and I realize that most people are going for I mean, there's so many ways to get leads, right?
Right.
So many sources there. One thing I learned in the mastermind is just don't chase the shiny object. Focus on one lead source and be proficient in that. If you're a master at back taxes, focus on everything pertaining to back taxes. If you're a master at pre-foreclosures, focus on everything pertaining to pre-foreclosures, and then kind of combine all of them as well.
Absolutely. Yep. That's good. Good information. Now I like to ask investors, if your life depended on it, and you had to start over, you got 24 hours, what would you do to start generating leads if you had a budget and if you didn't have a budget?
Okay, so if I had a budget and I had 24 hours, I'm definitely going to text message or cold call, but text message is going to be my number one source. Of course, be sure you check your legalities in your area. Make sure you scrub your list. Don't text people on the do not call list. You got to be careful as well. But text is going to be the cheapest way to get your highest return. If I have a budget, then that's what I'm going to be doing. If I don't have a budget at all and I'm just down, I am going to drive for dollars. I'm going to post on social media. I've made a lot of money off of social media just posting, people knowing what I do. They're tagging me in posts that their friends looking to sell their houses. And that's a free source right there. Just, social media, tap into your network. Anyone that if you work with anyone, spread the word, let them know that you're buying houses, that you're an investor, or you have a network of investors that will buy their house and offer them some money. People will do a lot of things if you offer them money,
Absolutely, especially now. And
especially now.
I'm a huge fan of social
Yes,
media, online, any kind of technology.
that's how we connected.
Right, right, exactly. It's how we connected. But it makes sense. And just like you said, guys, she's on point. So that's exactly what you need to do. So those of you that's listening and you trying to figure out what you need to do if you ain't got no money, you sitting at the house in quarantine like everyone else, trying to figure out how to get a deal, then exactly what she just shared is what you need to be doing. So get here on social media, get on Facebook, reach out, get in these real estate investing groups, network, ask
Yes,
questions, see how you can connect and maybe co-wholesale with another
yes,
investor that has inventory and you can bring them a buyer. So there
yes.
are, there's different
So
ways.
many ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I
So
always say you have to be resourceful. One of the books I like is The Power of Broke by
yeah,
Damon John. You have to be resourceful. Lots of people have lots of resources at their fingertips and they're just not utilizing them for whatever reason. You have to think outside the box. You have to be resourceful. It's free to post on Craigslist,
yeah,
use your phone, post, share videos or create a video on YouTube, create a YouTube channel. Just kind of just be creative and with your time. If you have social media and you have 5,000 friends, utilize those 5,000 friends for your benefit and also help them as well.
absolutely. That's great. Thank you for sharing that.
No
Um,
problem.
Name a few things that help you stay motivated and to take action, maybe on days that you're like you're feeling blah.
So, a few things that help me is my morning affirmations. I do that every day. Um, but one of the biggest things is listening to motivational speeches. So, I like Steve Harvey, I like Tony Robbins. I like high energy. So, whenever you're feeling low, energy is transferable.
Yes.
So, if you're feeling low, you need some sort of high energy in order to lift you up because even the motivated get down. The
Mhm.
motivated have to stay motivated, right?
Right.
So, surround yourself around high energy. I surround myself around high energy. I may have a small little mini mastermind session with my inner circle in the real estate industry. And I love seeing other people win. And if someone just told me they made, close on a deal and made X amount of dollars on that deal, that motivates me. Believe it or not, I love seeing other people win. So on my days when I'm just not feeling it, I will listen to motivation music, motivational speeches, and I'll have a little mini session with my inner circle.
Wonderful. That's great. That is great. So, last question for you. If you could give a new investor or entrepreneur that's wanting to get started, what advice would you give them?
I would tell them to tap into in order to be successful, like I say, you have to surround yourself with successful people or people that you aspire to be like. So I would say network with other individuals. We can't really attend any networking events right now at this moment, but there are networking groups, right? So join those networking groups on social media. Google, DFW real estate in your area, and join those groups. Message some people, spark up conversations. When I started, I consumed a lot of information from those networking groups, and just from other people's posts, I learned a lot of information. And take massive action. If you consume yourself with all this information and knowledge and don't take action, it's pointless.
Right.
So, for example, if you find a deal and you're scared to call a seller, that's pointless. Or if someone refers a lead to you and say, hey, I know someone's selling a house, and you're scared to make that phone call, that's pointless. Success is on the other side of fear. So take massive action.
Absolutely, girl. You just hit my word. Take that action. That's it.
Yes, yes,
Even if
take
you don't
massive
know
action.
everything, and that's what I
Yes,
tell people, you don't have to know
you don't
everything.
have to
You
know.
have to have the desire, right? You gotta have
Yes,
the
and
desire
be confident,
and the confidence. That's right. Absolutely, that's great. And
Yes.
Ashley, how can people contact you? I don't know if you have a product or service that you want to share. You can, but how can people contact you if they want more information?
I don't have a product or service. I do love helping people. So if anyone needs any help, they're kind of just struggling. I still run my business as well. I have a team of 6 people. So,
Oh,
just respect my time as well. But I'm here to help. I am on social media as Ashely Black. I have a business and personal page. So just make sure friend me on that business page. And you can find me on Instagram at Ashely Buys Houses as well.
wonderful. Ashley, young lady, thank you. I'm so excited and proud of you. Just continue to shine
Thank
and do
you.
what you do. Thank you so
Thank you.
much for your
Thank
time.
you for inviting me, Lolita.
No problem. Take care. Everybody, y'all listen to this again and go and take action. Take care.
Bye, everyone.